Left 73. Okay. We'll wait for 2 minutes and we'll going to start. What we had seen. If I'm not wrong, we had seen the convolution. This we had seen. Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What exactly we did? Anybody had remember this lecture? Anyone remember this lecture? Not. थोड़ा जोर से बोलो बेटा आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है What do you mean by convolution? And why we required to do the convolution? ये हमने क्यों ड्रॉ किया था? This portion. Is there any reason when I'm teaching you the convolution of network, at that moment of time I had first written this thing, and then we come over here to draw this thing. After that we had this metric representation. What's the reason behind it? Is there any significant use of it? कुछ याद है ही नहीं है First, we had seen that if we are having simple neural network and if we are having one image, the size of 1000 cross 1000 and it's been color image, then we are having 3 millions of parameters. And if you design the neural network,
Sir, can you please start the recording?
रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए बोल सकता हूँ मैं क्वेश्चन का आंसर पूछूं उसके लिए नहीं बोल सकता Okay, I had started the recording. This 3 million parameters, and if I want to design my neural network after that, I had a 3 million input nodes, and I had taken in first hidden layer has been 1000 hidden nodes, and in second hidden layer I had 1500 hidden nodes. And if I want to design my weight matrix for my hidden layer 1, then my weight matrix having the column has been 1000 column because we are having 1000 hidden layer nodes, right? And my input is 3 million, so my rows are 3 million. So if I can identify that it means 3 into 10 raised to 9 weight values. This weight value I need to update. And assume that this is very big number if you want to think. And this is the reason why people are using convolution neural network. If we need to update 3 million parameters every time whenever we are training our network, it's been huge computational complex. And if you want to reduce it, the people had come up with the solution of convolution network where you don't need to optimize this much amount of parameter. That was the reason. Then we started with convolution theory and cross correlation. What's the difference between your cross correlation and convolution theory? Is there any difference between your cross correlation and convolution theory? Bhavin? Because I'm going to extend this talk, so you people need to remember this thing. What's the difference between convolution and cross correlation? Bhavin, unmute your mic and answer.
Yes, sir.
क्या डिफरेंस था दोनों में या दोनों सेम ही चीज थे
It's like, sir, convolution is a process between two signals, while correlation is a single signal.
What?
Convolution
Correlation is?
correlation correlation is between only one signal. I mean, operation on a single signal.
In both the figures, I drawn two signals in cross correlation and convolution. Both the processes. It's not correlation, it means cross correlation. There's only one difference. Here we are taking mirror image and convolution operation. Over here we are not taking any mirror image of signal. This is the only significant difference we are having between your cross correlation and your convolution process. Then we extended our talk from signal to image, and if you want to find it out, the convolution of two different images at that moment of time, if we have taken this thing, this your image 1, this your image 2, is known as a filter in your convolution neural network. This has been vertical edge filter, right? So how we are doing this operation? We need to do multiplicative addition. Means if you justify this thing over here, then you can calculate it over here. This has been answered. We need to substitute that answer over here in this cell where you can find it out -4 as your answer. Then again we need to shift that second image on the right hand side and again need to calculate the same procedure, multiplicative addition, and we are doing it. Right, we had done this thing, but if I'm doing the convolution of the two different images, okay, we take the new notes because it's older one. If I want the convolution of my image 1, this has been 5 cross 5, this is my 3 cross 3. So if my resultant matrix size, resultant means after your convolution process, what will be the size of my convolution matrix? Is it being same as 5 cross 5? Is it being same as your 3 cross 3 or something different? Because last time we did, this is my 5 cross 5. This is my 3 cross 3. If I
3 cross
substitute
3
3 cross 3 is your answer. If I substitute it
and
over
n
here,
minus f
what?
n minus f n minus f plus 1 formula था.
N minus f plus 1. Okay. N minus f plus 1. If my n is this, my f is this, then 5 minus 3 plus 1 is equal to 3. Similarly, we need to do this thing. Plus 1. Now we are taking this 2, this and this. Multiply by 5 minus 3 plus 1 is equal to 3, means 3 cross 3 is your answer. If you want to derive this answer from here, we're substituting this thing over here. Then we are shifting this over here. Then we are shifting this over here. This is first 3 element. फिर यहाँ पे, फिर यहाँ पे, फिर यहाँ पे. This, this, and this. These are my 9 element. How you are generating your 3 cross 3 formula is being correct. Where do we divide? But if you are ANF, you are writing, this is your image 1 row minus image 2 row plus 1 multiplied by image 1 column minus image 2 column plus 1. This will be your resultant matrix size. Whenever you are doing convolution, somebody is asking you what exactly be the answer, you can derive this thing. But somebody will claim that I want to retain this size. My objective is I don't want to reduce my image one size and I want to do the convolution. So what I need to do?
Padding is the concept you have used.
Correct. We need to pad. How much we need to pad? This is my 5 cross 5. आप यहाँ पे सेंटर एलिमेंट रखते थे, उसकी जगह आपको यहाँ पे रखना है. What change you need to do? How much row and column I need to pad?
P is equal to 1 ले लो sir.
Hmm? P is
Padding
equal
is
to
equal
1.
to
I'm
1.
just asking you how much row and column I need to add.
1, 1. 1 rows and 1 columns from the for all the cells.
Row I need to add. And 1 column I need to add. Now you want to assume that this is the you have shifted your center over here, because this center you need to shift this center we are shifting from the place over here just a second hold करना. Hello. आएंगे चलिए लेक्चर पहुंचो 5 मिनट आना लेक्चर. So you are replacing this center from one to this place. So this is the concept of padding. When we require the padding, we need to keep our matrix size same. Whenever we are doing the convolution operation, at that moment of time, your size is going to reduce. And if you want to keep the size same at that moment of time, you use the concept of padding. So now you got the point why we are doing applying the padding. Yes, no. Obviously, this 3 cross 3, that's why we are adding 1 cross 1. That's as simple as I told you. We need to shift our 5 to this 1 to this place, na? Right? Because it has been 3 cross 3, that's why we required 1 row and 1 column. It's been 5 cross 5, you need to imagine about it, how much you need. That's as simple as operation you are having. If we are having 5 cross 5, and this has been now, this has been 7 cross 7. 7 minus 3 plus 1. Okay, this has been 7 cross 7, and I had filter of 5 cross 5. This is my 5 cross 5. If I need to retain this size, what I need to do? How much I need to add the values?
2 rows and 2 columns on both sides.
2 rows, 2 column, he is telling. Your formula is been 7 minus 5 plus 2p is your formula. If last time was 5 minus 3 plus 2p, and this is 2 plus this is 2p. The padding value is 1 because you are adding 1 row and 1 column plus 1. So it's retaining your size as a 5. So this time we are having 7 minus 5 plus he is telling 2. 2 rows, 2 column plus 1. This is 2, this is 4, this is 1. 2 plus 4 plus 1. You again retaining the value 7. This is your formula. N minus f plus 2p plus 1 multiply by this has been if your considering row, and this has been considered as your column. N minus plus 2p plus 1. Any doubt? Any doubt how much you need to pad? If your filter size is increasing or decreasing, you need to understand the F is here in the formula. Based on that, this is the dependency with your padding element. पता चल गया? Can I move forward? Good. Now, in canalization neural network, last time when we had drawn, this is your input. Then you are having your canalization layer. Then we are having your pooling layer. So we had to understand this layer. Now we are going for this. What do we mean by your pooling layer? If I'm having this matrix, and if I say that using 2 cross 2 max filter, I simply need to take this 4 element first. I need to find it out the maximum value from this 4 element. The maximum value is 6. Again, we need to shift. We need to consider this 4 element. The maximum value is 8. Then in the below left corner, around 14 is your max filter. And over here has been your 16. This is your answer. But my first question to you guys is why we are doing this thing? Is there any significant importance of your pooling layer? Or just for sake of concern we are doing this thing? Is it necessary or just for sake of concern as the procedure has defined we are doing this thing? Anyone from you? 134 students are there. We had complete understanding about convolution layer. Now the pooling, basically there is two types of pooling. Max pooling and average pooling. I shown you the procedure for the max pooling, but my question is that why we are doing this thing? Reason है कुछ उसका या नहीं है? Please understand this properly. If you understand the structure, layers, everything properly, so you can modify it according to your need. And that
To,
might be the good thing for your research. Please
to get
understand this
the
thing.
crystal image,
To get the crystal image means clear image you want to say
clear
crystal
image
image.
means
Okay.
maximum features are being extracted from the filters, and then it is passes to a max pooling, so it will extract more clear parts.
More clear part. Okay. Anyone else? He's saying he can extract the important information from max pooling. Rest of the information are important, but whatever the information he is extracting is more significant important information than the others. If we are talking about the 6, just wait a second, screen is not updating. Okay, now it's updated. This 6 is having highest value in this 2 cross 2 matrix, right? Means rest of the 3 elements having lesser value means lesser information. What are the values? The 6 is noting has been highest information in this 2 cross 2 matrix. Similarly, over here has been 8, over here has been 14, over here has been 16. So You are reducing your matrix size from 4 cross 4 to 2 cross 2, and you are grabbing the important information. Though one fundamental concept is there, whenever you're doing downsampling, please understand this means you're downsampling from 4 cross 4, you're reducing your size as 2 cross 2 because this is your output of convolution layer, right? And this is your output of screen update नहीं हो रही. It's being output of your of max pooling layer. So first thing, the person that told the crystal image has been correct. We are extracting important information, but you are reducing your size from 4 cross 4 to 2 cross 2. The first thing, whenever we are the computer science people would learn the information theory and coding subject, at that moment of time, if you are losing the information, if you are dropping the certain samples, here we are dropping the samples, right? Means we are losing the information. We don't need to lose such amount of information that can be impacted your result, whatever the operation or whatever the problem you are solving. इतना भी हमको रिड्यूस नहीं कर देना कि जिसकी वजह से सिग्निफिकेंट डिग्रेडेशन हो जाए परफॉर्मेंस में. So whenever we are dropping, we are losing the information. Still here also we are losing the information. The first thing is correct, whatever the student had given the answer. Second thing, we are reducing the number of computation for the next layer. Please understand this thing. You are extracting important information. Then also you are telling that thing in the next layer, you are reducing the computation. How you are reducing? If you are reducing the size, means you are reducing the convolution operation, means multiplication and addition operation. If your size has been same and you are propagating to the next convolution layer, means you need to require more amount of multiplication and addition operation. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no. Got the information why we are doing this thing.
Yes, sir.
So if anyone asks you about convolution neural network, you should answer such type of questions. And it's very good if you are doing your final year project in deep learning algorithm. If you are using, then this is very good thing. What do you mean by average pooling? And this is max pooling I had demonstrated. Can anyone answer what do you mean by average pooling?
Instead of max, we take average.
Absolutely correct. How we calculate the average has been 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6. मतलब 3 ने 5 8 ने 6 14 has been 14 divided by 4 has been कितना होता है 3.5. Similar here 7 plus 7 14 plus 8 22. 22 divided by 4 has been 5.5. This has been 19. This has been 27. Has been 42. Has been 10.5. This has been 23 and this has been 31. 13.5. This is your resultant matrix 3.5, 5.5, 10.5 and 13.5. Output of average pooling. Yeah, this has been different between your max pooling. If we side by side write it down the answers of max pooling and average pooling 6, 8, 14 and 16. Now whatever the person had given me the answer, sir, we are preserving the important information or crystal images. This is your max pooling. Sorry. This is your max pooling. This is your average pooling. which information is good and which is not significant good, relatively not good. So it's not bad or something, but which is good and which is significantly not good. Is there any idea about it? I had written side by side the both the answer of max pooling and average pooling.
Or if you want more details, then you go for average cooling in the image.
More detail, okay. And why we require then max pooling?
So in max pooling, like the image we would be able to see, but only one specific pixel is selected, like the max one. Whereas in average pooling, like there is an average of each pixel, so the details like the edges and crevices and everything would be. It depends on where we have to use it actually.
One simplest thing, maximum people are using this thing. Very less amount of, I think less than 1% people are using average pooling. This is your ages. His response is your ages. If you fine tune that thing, if I average it out, I'm losing the information. That's why people are not using average. They are using max pooling. But good attempt you people are doing. At least you people are having interest in the deep network. This is the CNN. We had input. This is convolution. This is pooling. Then we are having the series of convolution, pooling, and then finally we are having fully connected layer. These are similar layers, so we are not going in detail about it. But now fully connected layer, and at the end you are having your label. Right? So now we talk about fully connected layer. आप में से किसी ने मेरे को ये नहीं पूछा, लास्ट टाइम हमने स्टार्ट किया था, हमारे पास वेट मैट्रिक्स था, हमारे पास बायस था, हमको उसको अपडेट करना था. Everything we did. When we come to filter, at that moment of time, none of the people had asked me, सर हम यहाँ पे लर्न क्या कर रहे हैं? हम फिल्टर नहीं लर्न कर रहे हैं, हम वेट नहीं लर्न कर रहे हैं, हम बायस नहीं लर्न कर रहे हैं, तो हमारा सेपरेटिंग बाउंड्रीज कैसे अपडेट होता है? Have anybody think about it? If we started from that point should be considered over here, no? Because finally, in whatever algorithm you are using in machine learning deep network, we dependent on our separating boundary. If we talk about linear problem, we are having your y is equal to wx plus b. We are optimizing this two parameter. So why we are not doing over here? Or why we didn't include that over here? Can anyone give an answer?
Sir, here we will update the filters accordingly so that we
We
can
never
get the
going to
maximum.
update filter.
Means in
Where is the
backup,
formula? Where is the
in back,
formula to update the filter? कहाँ पे देखा कि मेरे को filter update करने का मौका मिलेगा? This is my vertical edge filter. Sorry. एक second. This is my vertical edge filter. 1 - 1 1 0 0 0 1. Assume that. मैं इसको चेंज कहाँ कर रहा हूँ? कभी भी इमेजिन किया हम डीप नेटवर्क्स कर रहे हैं, फिल्टर तो फिल्टर है, आज तक किसी ने भी फिल्टर बदलने की बात नहीं की। इन्फॉर्मेशन तो वही एक्सट्रैक्ट करोगे लेवल 1 से लेके, अगर 10 हिडन लेयर रखे, मतलब 10 कन्वॉल्यूशन लेयर, 10 पूलिंग लेयर. So if you are talking every time, whenever you are doing batch processing, you are updating your filters. But is there any formula to update it? Or is there any procedure the people are given it? क्वेश्चन पता चला ना, हम ये अपडेट कर रहे हैं तो कैसे कर रहे हैं, वो भी तो हमको पता होना चाहिए. Just go for the answer. It's not like that. Because I'm going to teach you like radio and you just want to listen it. In your simple neural network, we are optimizing your weight and bias. Over here, what we are doing. So how exactly your network is going to learn. बोलो. खुद तो अपडेट होता है तो कुछ सीखते हैं ना. Till that, from first day to today, I never told that thing. If we are not updating anything, we are not changing any result. So if we are not updating your filter, then what we are doing in convolution neural network? Just giving the input and getting the output. Then also your convolution neural network is performing very nicely. Then your traditional artificial neural network. Then what the reason behind it? We had seen the operation, we had seen the convolution layer. I never explained you anything that we are going to update the filter. If I explain anything about the filter, कि मैं filter change intermediately करता हूँ, मैंने आपको layer समझा दिया. If there is a procedure to update it, I will explain you. If I'm not updated, then what is the reason? Think about it. It's not difficult for you guys. We basically dependent on this word. What do you understand by this word? Separating boundaries. Is there any significant important about this word? हम डीप नेटवर्क यूज करें या कन्वॉल्यूशन न्यूरल नेटवर्क, आरएनएन, कुछ भी यूज करते हैं हम लोग, हम करते क्या है इंटरनली, वो कभी सोचा है? I'm spending this much amount of time. I'm waiting for your answer because I want to know your mind. What exactly people understand from it? क्या आपके दिमाग में है, वो भी तो मेरे को जानना है.
In CNN, sir, we are extracting features and reducing the input size, and then we are going for the separating boundary for optimizing. While in the classic neural networks, we are just making and separating boundaries without extracting the features and reducing size.
But where here we are doing that thing? In that we are doing this thing, na? Over here we are extracting feature from the filters. In your traditional machine learning, the process is like this. Your input, this is feature engineering. Means you can say the handmade feature. Then you are having your classification algorithm. Here you can see your machine learning algorithm. And over here you are having your label, right? But if you talk about your deep learning framework, they'd club these two boxes. You're having your input, this is your black box of deep learning, and this is your label. ये काम हमने कर लिया, feature engineering using this thing. What about this? Okay, let you think about this thing, and whenever we meet in next lecture, we will clear this out. But till that point, you need to think about it, come up with some solution. Though solution correct or not, I don't care about it, but you should try. Okay, and we almost completed our lecture, so we'll meet in next lecture. Thank you.